Hi, welcome back to my channel. Just kidding. I literally only get 8 views. I don't care. I'm not doing this for views, for clout, to become content creator of the year. I just do this because I get bored when Casey's not home. If you're new here, my name is Dani. I'm 27. Ew, this is making me burp. My name is Dani. I'm 27. I'm from New Jersey. And the vibes here are just, I like to talk, and I started this last year when I was a little bit more depressed and lonely and just like laying in bed when Casey wasn't around. This year I'm just feeling better, more optimistic, more grateful, more everything good in the world. And it might be because I'm engaged. It might be because I'm at peace with being poor, and I'm learning how to navigate it and understanding that I'm not going to get rich ever, with the career I chose at least. So yeah, we have some rules here. If you are an op of mine, goodbye, peace and love. You'd be weird for staying anyways. It's more embarrassing for you than it is for me. I don't want to sound like I have a lot of ops. Like, I just have probably a handful of ops that I wouldn't be ecstatic if they were watching this video, because we don't talk for a reason. So why are you watching me just yap in my home? That's kind of creepy, no? And yes, I'm aware this is cringe. I'm aware this is like not cute or cool. I just don't care. And life is so much better when you just don't care. I just don't care. So yeah, other exciting news. Last video got 8 views and a like. So we're moving up in the world, I'd say. So I just recorded 20 minutes of me talking, like just now, like literally 2 minutes ago. And then I was like, I'm not talking about anything besides my engagement party planning, which nobody except for my mother wants to hear. So I'm just going to try this again. As you can see, you're getting a new angle. I'm on the couch right now in my home. So thought you'd get a little sneak peek into the 1-bedroom apartment in all its glory. Yeah. So, okay, I'm going to talk about ins and outs, because I've seen a lot of posts of their ins and outs for 2026. I know it's almost at the end of the month, but, okay, here are my ins. Should I do my outs first? I haven't thought about this. I just was like, record. Okay, let's think of outs. Outs. I saw this a lot on TikTok, and I could not agree more. I'm not like a hard partier. But I do believe in drinking socially. I think as long as you're doing no harm to anybody or property, you should be going out if you're in your 20s. Even if you're in your 30s, like, you should be going out. Me and Casey have friends, and they just had a baby, and they're getting a babysitter when people present plans to them and still going out. You know, I think that the grandma era is like trending right now, and it's disturbing my peace. Like, we are only in our 20s once. We can't be out acting a fool when we're 50. We're gonna have for real responsibilities. We're gonna have mortgages. We're gonna have children, maybe even grandchildren. If I have a grandchild at 50, no, that can't be possible. I'm 27. I don't have kids. I mean, I guess it could be possible, but let's not get there. How about I get married first? So out acting like a grandma, out making excuses to not hang out with your friends. And everybody is guilty of that. I'm guilty of that. I know people who are guilty of that in my life and in my social circle. I think the whole homebody thing, like, some people have a homebody introvert personality, and that's fine. But I think you need to challenge yourself, because you need to have a sense of community. Because when I was growing up, when I was like 8, 9, and 10, my parents had people over the house all the time, like friends. They were out hanging out, playing board games in the dining room. They were loud, crazy, obnoxious, insane. Yes. In the pool, grilling in the backyard. There was always people at the house. And at the time, yeah, as a child, I was like crying, sniffling, I would stuff cotton balls in my ear, because I was like, I have to go in the morning. Because I was a little goody two-shoes in school. But that's besides the point. My family had a sense of community. Like, there was neighbors that were always over. Like, people talked to each other. They wanted social interactions. I don't know what happened. I think it's like a combination of COVID, and I think it's a combination of phones literally ruining everything. But yeah, I think outs are making excuses to not spend time with people or not go out. It's out. We're done. We're going out. It doesn't have to be to the club. You don't have to be shaking your junk in your trunk, but you gotta be moving the wheels. You gotta be out and about. Okay? Stranger Things can wait. Whatever it is you're watching on Netflix, it could wait. That's my truth. Because then by the time you get to 30, 40, 50, you're not going to have a community. You're not going to have people. I'm not saying become a partier. I'm just saying, like, be there for people, and then people are there for you. Maybe you're super tired or whatever. Stop canceling plans. Like, it's annoying. Nobody likes it. Okay, that's one of my outs. My first out, stop being a grandma. Like, you will literally be a grandma one day and then be like, oh, I wish I went out more when I was younger. I wish I tried this. I wish I traveled. Whatever. Stop being a grandma. Stop canceling plans. Do more. Try more things. That's what I think you should do. Another out. Let's think. I am saying down with DoorDash. I was a VIP DoorDasher. Okay, I'm just coming up with these on the fly. Go me. The vibes here, by the way, I just make Yap videos because the YouTubers I watched, they were talking about rich people problems. I'm buying a house in Malibu. I'm buying a house in Vegas. I don't know what they were saying. It was pissing me off because I'm poor and I'm tired of hearing of it. So I was like, let me be a voice for the girls that have no money, okay? Like, you want to hear somebody yap that is in a 1-bedroom apartment, not living in a mansion, not with like 12 closets full of purses, floor to ceiling. I have posters. I don't even have 10 of them. I don't have 10 posters, but you have Michaela Noguera with thousands of purses and thousands of shoes, bedrooms just for that. I have one closet in this apartment. One singular closet. Okay? So this is for the people. And even if it's just one person. Maybe you're the person that liked my last video. Dying to know who you are. Thank you. Okay, so back to what I was saying. Which was down with DoorDash. I'm done. I used to, this is also how I gained like 40 pounds 2 years ago. I used to DoorDash every single night. I didn't realize how it was affecting my finances, my fupa, and just all around my life. Yes, it's so convenient. And I was telling myself, oh, it's so much more expensive to get groceries and cook, or it costs the same. Girl, no. I wish I could go back in life and shake me by the shoulders. I was DoorDashing 2 meals a day. There's no way your minimum on DoorDash is under $40 unless it's like McDonald's and it's down the street. Think about how much money I was spending. I don't have a lot of savings. I probably could have saved a whole lot more. And I'm not saying that's why I'm poor. I wouldn't be a homeowner if I didn't DoorDash. But it's criminal, and they don't pay the workers enough. So you're just feeding these billionaires. Like, don't do it. If you want the food that bad, we drive and get it. And my only exception to this rule is if you were participating in a beverage or two socially, and then you come home and then you order Taco Bell or McDonald's once in a blue moon. That's fine. That's acceptable. We're at peace with that. Or if you have like some kind of disability where you can't go out to restaurants and you can't get your food, and that's the only way you can get your food, mazel tov to you, do it that way. But I'm telling you, dog, I was like a premium member. That's embarrassing. Out with DoorDash. I would say out with Uber too, but that should probably be an in. No more drunk driving. There's no excuse. The only reason I was gonna say out with Uber is because I was talking to an Uber driver who said that he had been Uber driving for 10 years, and they used to make like 60% of the fare. But now they only make like 10% plus the tip. And most people don't tip anyways, or they tip very low because the fare is so much. And you know who's getting the fare money? The billionaires. The root of all evil. So it's a tricky one, because is there an alternative? Maybe you have a sober friend, but then you don't want to make them feel like they're only being invited out because they're the sober friend. But either way, out with drunk driving. If Uber is the solution, Uber. I'm still Ubering. I don't have another solution. When I can, my dad's sober now, hallelujah. He offers to drive if it's local. So try to figure it out. Out with drunk driving. There's no excuse. You know how embarrassing it is if you're in your 20s and you get a DUI, or even worse, you cause someone, inflict harm on somebody else because you were drunk driving. It makes no sense. If you don't have the money for an Uber, just stay home or find somebody else to drive you. Not difficult. Out with drunk driving. Okay. So 3 out so far. No grandmas, no canceling plans, no drunk driving. No DoorDash. 4? Let's go for 5, and then I'll do 5 positive, and then I'm going to have to stop because Casey will be home. And I don't record when Casey's here because I'm going to spend time with Casey. Casey's my fiance. Did I say that already? Okay. Another out. This one is a little hypocritical, okay? Out. I think it goes hand in hand with the first one, but it's also hypocritical because it's one that I have a hard time following myself. Out with TikTok. I think that TikTok is truly a form of evil. I think that it rots my brain. I think that it's designed to be addictive. I don't think it is designed to be addictive. And yes, should parents like monitor their children's use of social media? 100%. No child should have access to TikTok, but that's not the reality. So just in general, I think I gotta figure out a way to like monitor my TikTok use, because I do get a lot of my news that way. Because if I could say out to this, I know there's no way that this would happen. I would say out with Hulu and Netflix and Peacock and Tubi and all these stupid 100 apps. I'm tired of it. I miss the days when you could just click on and it was a Comcast remote, and channel 41 was Nickelodeon, 72 was Cartoon Network, and you had on demand. There was no Netflix. I miss that. Because how am I going to pay all these subscriptions? And how am I going to keep track of it? And I'm going to download one app just to watch the Yankees in the playoffs, and then I'm going to have to delete the subscription. It's too much to keep track of, and it's designed to be that way. So you forget that you pay for all these apps, and you keep subscribing and giving them more and more money. To who? The billionaires. This was not supposed to be a billionaire rant, but it's all coming back to that. So I'm going to say, what was I saying out to before I got on to... Oh, TikTok. I gotta figure it out, because like 2 or 3 years ago, I gave up TikTok for Lent. And I honestly felt so refreshed, full brain functioning capacity. I felt peak. I reached a flow state. So I would say out with overuse of TikTok, but it's really hard to control your use of it. Like, you don't even realize you're on for like an hour. You think 10 minutes, 30 minutes have passed, and yeah, and that's a full hour wasted of your day. And if you think about it, if you are someone who has a job, hopefully you do, what time do you get home? 4 or 5 o'clock, and then you go to bed at like 10 o'clock. You really only have 5 freedom hours to spend life how you want to, and you're spending a fifth of your day, your free day, like your free time, on your phone. It's stupid. I'm guilty too. I would never share my screen time. Woo! But you know what I think is screwed up? That Spotify is included in screen time. Like, if your phone is locked and you're just listening to music, that should not count. Same with YouTube. But I understand why YouTube counts. But I'm just saying, like, if I have a YouTube video up and I'm just cleaning the apartment, this is like my primary use of YouTube. That should not count towards my screen time, I think. Because those numbers are diabolical. They're actually humiliating. I'm sorry, I just froze. I thought I heard Casey coming home. Maybe he is. What time is it? Let me do my ins quick, and then I'm going to hang up, okay? Ins. not giving an F what anybody thinks about you. I'm not talking about like necessarily shave your hair, get a mohawk, like do manic things. I'm not saying that. Do things true to you. Don't stop following these trends. The trends, they're no good. Like, you don't. There's a little car drama outside. Trends, bad, evil. You do not need all these new clothes all the time. Like, I don't know if I sound like annoying. I sound like my mother, to be honest with you. But like, I'm gonna start wearing things until they serve no purpose anymore, and I'm gonna stop buying things that are like on trend. I'm gonna buy things that I like. Things that I like. Love cheetah print. Love a legging. Love a, you know, the fashion theory of like loose on bottom, tight on top, loose on top, tight on bottom. That's pretty much like, I'm wearing leggings right now and I'm wearing a big baggy sweatshirt. And if I'm wearing loose jeans, I wear a tight top. Like, that's kind of my go-to. I just have the basics and like a few random things. But if you have too many statement pieces, then like you feel like, oh, somebody already saw me wearing this. Just stop buying trends. Just buy things that you like and just keep buying, like, keep those things for a long time until they don't fit you anymore or they're broken. Like, you need jeans, you need leggings, you need sweatshirts, you need basic plain, like, tight tops, crop tops, whatever. You need a set of big baggy t-shirts, but those you've collected your whole life. You don't need to go out and buy them on Shein. You know what I mean? Or just go to the thrift shop. Okay, so in being yourself and in tuning into your likes and the things that make you happy, okay? What else is in? What else is in for 2026? Making healthy choices. I definitely sound like my mother. Making healthy choices, not because of the goal of like a certain number on the scale, just because truly your body needs energy. The more active you are, the longer your body will be active and functioning. Activity fights so much disease. When I was in my DoorDash era, I gained a lot of weight, and also like I always had high blood pressure, but it became problematic high blood pressure, and also all these other health issues started to arise. So I'm just like now being more mindful. Like, I don't drink soda during the week. I don't eat out as often. I was eating out every single day for a year. If I told you, me and Casey both gained like 40 pounds. We were ordering Outback Steakhouse multiple times a week. I have nothing further to say about that. 2 sides, entree, soda, dessert. That's where my money went. And that's where my waistline went. Okay, and making healthy choices, but with the goal of extending your life and extending a healthy life. Like, I don't want to be crippled in bed, and I can't touch my toes, and that's a problem for me. So in healthy choices, that's all. A few, even if you just add one little healthy thing to your routine every day. I'm no fitness guru, I'm no diet guru, I'm nothing. I'm just a girl who used to weigh 25 pounds more than I do right now, and I'm having less health issues now than I was in the past. And no, I'm not a GLP-1 baddie. I'm not dissing you if you are. I'm just telling you, you can do it naturally if you don't have other health issues. We just change one little thing every day, and now we have healthy routines. Okay, I gotta wrap this up. In listening to your parents' music that you hated when you were a child. I love listening to my parents' music. It's so nostalgic. In the moment in the car, you're like, ew, I don't want to listen to this. Like, I want to listen to Hannah Montana. But now when you play it back, you're like jamming out in the car. I think that's an in. I'm going to throw that in there. And what else is in? I think this ties hand in hand with the other thing, but not needing to have the nicest thing. Like, this couch, stroke. This couch that me and Casey have had, we got it on Facebook Marketplace. it's clean. I'm not saying be dirty. Like, you know that Budget by Bradley guy on TikTok? If not, he's dubious. I follow him. I like him. But a little much. Facebook Marketplace. This couch was $300 and it fit our purpose. We knew we were going to have people sleeping over, so we needed a pull-out. And this pulls out to a full-size mattress. And people sleep here all the time, and it's wonderful. Is it broken a bit underneath? Yes. Is it the newest thing? Is it the nicest couch? No, it's from IKEA. I think like full price is $800. This little piece, this side rail on this side, it's not fully attached. It's not fixable either, but it doesn't mean we need to replace the couch, you know? Like, just keep things until you should replace them. Budget by Bradley. I just have to tell you a little bit about this guy. Go on TikTok. My one person that's liking these and my 8 people that are viewing these. Budget by Bradley or Bradley on a budget. I don't know what it is. He has one towel and it's like to shreds. He has one plate and it's from a college dorm. His mattress is a college, like a dorm was throwing them away and he took it. And his socks have holes in them. But it's not like he's unemployed. Like, he has several jobs. He's just a serial budgeter, will not buy something new until truly the wheels have fallen off. I'm not that extreme, but I would like to practice more mindfulness when spending, especially when planning a wedding coming up. Like, I'm not really gonna have much of a choice. So another in. We'll do one more in. Oh, this is one in that me and Casey have been practicing every morning. Every single morning that we wake up, we say one thing that we're grateful for and one thing that we hope for the day. And it just makes you realize you have so much to be grateful for. It's like the girl with 365 buttons. If you don't know, like, you're never gonna understand. But you have 365 buttons. You have 365 things to be grateful for. And every morning we wake up and we say one thing that we're grateful for. For example, what was my thing I was grateful for today? Oh, Casey's car, he needs to replace the brake pads. Yes, he can do that. He's a mechanic, certified. He needs to replace his brake pads and change his oil. So he had to ask his friend for a ride to work. And his gratitude for today was he was grateful that he has so many people in his bubble that are willing to help him out when he's in need. And I forget what his hope was for the day today. I don't even remember what. Oh, mine was something with finances. It was like I put aside money for the engagement party, and then I had an auto pay bill pull money from my account, and I forgot that I owed the second half for the bachelorette party. So then I had $0. So I was grateful that I had that money set aside for the party that I could use to get me by for at least the next paycheck. And then I'm just gonna have to figure out how to get the rest of the money for the party. But it doesn't matter because I have enough money to get me by for the week. And that's what I was grateful for. And my hope for the day was that my work day went fast, and it really did. So yeah. I had an unannounced drop-in from my boss, which was not ideal, but at the same time, I think everything was fine. We'll find out next week, I guess. But I'm really excited for the weekend ahead. It's Casey's birthday on Monday, so we're going out tomorrow night. We're having friends over to the apartment, and I'm just grateful that we have so many friends that we can celebrate with, and so much to celebrate. And even though you don't have a lot, there are small things every day that you can be grateful for. And saying a hope for the day, it's not like I hope I win $1 million, because I having now. But I'm not gonna hope that, because something realistic. I hope my workday went fast. Now I have something to be grateful for. Like, I'm like, wow, the workday did go fast. Something I wanted today happened. So I spit on my lip. Last and final team is one gratitude every day. Say it out loud. Say it to a friend. Say it to your mother. Say it to your brother. Say it to your sister. Say it to your dog. Don't care who you say it to. Say it to somebody. Say it to you in the mirror. Say it out loud, and the hope for the day. And then suddenly life ain't too bad. You're like, dang, I hope this would happen, and it did. And it's something realistic. okay? Don't be hoping that you meet like Michael B. Jordan or something, because I hope I meet Michael B. Jordan. Just kidding, I'm an engaged lady now. I would never say that. Why would you put those words in my mouth? But yeah, that's my final in. And now we're at 25 minutes. Go team. If you are one of the 8 people, maybe this one will get less than 8 views. I really don't care. I'm just having fun yapping to myself. I'm keeping myself busy while I wait for Casey to come home, because otherwise, guess what I would be doing? TikTok like this. So, yeah, that's all I have to say to you. And love you, bye.